All right, let's do it.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. This is week 165 of my journey. We're going to talk about this past week because it was a crazy week and I really messed up, but not in the way that you think. A for effort, seriously. I'm also going to be sharing some changes that have been going on with me. I'm going to give you a scale update. I'm going to share a cool NSV with you, and also the walking challenge, the October walking challenge. And I saw someone called it Walktober, so that's perfect. So we are in Walktober. So we're going to talk about that. Let's get into the video right now. Alright guys, if you are new to my channel, welcome. I'm the incredible shrinking Steffi. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel, be a part of my journey, and allow me to be a part of yours. This channel is my journey to lose a total of 200 pounds from my highest weight of 374. Figure out the mental crap, figure out what got me to that highest weight. That is what my channel is all about. I share everything with you. So if that interests you, make sure to subscribe. I hit 10,000 subscribers recently, which I'm so excited about because I just love the community that we're building here, and I just love you guys so much. Thank you so much for supporting me on this journey, and let's just keep growing, right? While we shrink. Let's grow while we shrink. Also, I have a support group on Facebook, The Shrinkable, so come join us over there. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram. All of that is down below. Oh, and don't forget, we're doing carnivore for the October fast starting on the 16th. So carnivore, carnivore, carnivore. So carnivore is the meat diet, meat, fish, eggs, and dairy only. We're going to be doing it Monday through Friday for the October fast. Comment below if you're doing it with us. All right, guys, first I want to talk about the changes that I have been going through. So I think I'm going through premenopause or perimenopause, whatever you call it. And one of my viewers actually made a comment about it, and she was like, yeah, you are. Sorry to inform you. I started to see some changes. It was probably about I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 months ago with my monthly cycle. Just little changes. But the chin acne, guys. Oh, the chin acne. I have makeup on right now, so you can't really see it. But I always get chin acne around my time of the month. So that's just normal hormonal acne, right? Well, I got it, and then it was never going away. It wasn't going away. And I thought it was because I was putting cream in my coffee, because that was when I was drinking my coffee with light cream and then a splash of heavy cream. Dairy doesn't affect me much, but if I have too much, then I will break out. My skin will break out. So I'm like, okay, well, it's probably that. So I switched back to unsweetened almond milk in my coffee. No, not going away. Not going away. And it's driving me crazy. And so that is a huge sign. My mom went through the same thing. I remember her having acne bad when she was going through those changes. So here it is. I'm going to be 43 in December. Here we go. I got to embrace it, right? So I don't know what this means for my body. You know, if you've gone through this, if you've gone through menopause, share in the comments below how it affected you and your weight loss. You know, I understand that it's going to stall. My weight loss is going to stall. It's going to slow down, which it already has. It already has. And it's very frustrating because I feel like unless I'm doing something strict, I'm either going to gain some weight or I'm just going to plateau. If I'm doing something strict like an egg fast or carnivore or OMAD, you know, then I'm going to see weight loss. And that's discouraging because I'm not always going to be strict, right? OMAD is a beautiful tool. I love OMAD. That is definitely something that I could probably stick to, you know, the majority of the time. I just worry about my metabolism and getting enough protein because I did have gastric bypass surgery, so I can't eat a whole bunch of food all at once. So maybe doing OMAD the majority of the time will work for me, and then just having, you know, a couple days in there where I eat my 2 meals. So I gotta embrace it, right? We're women. Let's do it. Let's go through this phase of life. I have to embrace it. I just don't know what that's gonna look like for me as far as my weight loss journey and how hard it's going to get. you know, and I'm getting closer to my goal. So obviously the weight is going to slow down drastically anyway. So that's when we really have to commit, right? Like we got to be consistent. We got to commit, because if we're not seeing results, on the scale, and the results on the scale are the only reason why we're on this weight loss journey, then we're going to quit. We have to commit to this journey no matter what, and learn how to maintain. You know, that's where we learn how to maintain the weight loss. So share below if you have any advice for me at all. And as far as the skin, I've been putting witch hazel on my chin, which has been helping a lot, but it's just, it won't go away. It's annoying. It's really annoying. So share below your comments and your advice and any info that you want to give me, all you women out there. All right, guys, so let's talk about this week and the scale update. So last week we did the keto egg fast, and I got down to my lowest 196, which was freaking awesome. It was the egg fast, right? Removes that water weight, removes that bloat that you're carrying. I made a mistake by adding carbs in too quickly. Now I have videos on what to do after an egg fast and how to gradually add those carbs back in. So make sure to check that out. I should have checked it out because I didn't do that. I didn't like blow it. I didn't overdo it. I was like snacking on peanuts, I think, the next day after the egg fast, which is obviously going to make me gain some water weight. So let's talk about the mistake that I made, okay? Some mistakes, really. So that was number one, adding carbs in too quickly. I was 198 the next day. I believe I gained 2 pounds after the egg fast, which is normal. You know, you're going to gain some weight back if you're not careful because the egg fast is very, very restrictive. So if you're going to add carbs back in, expect a little bit of weight gain. But if you don't want to gain any weight, make sure to check out my videos. I'll put it in the cards. So anyway, 198, so cool, right? Wonderland. Well, my husband and I had a day to ourselves because all the kids were in school, and we decided to go out for lunch. And I didn't overdo it, but I had carbs. It was a carby day. It was a carby day. But it was a spontaneous date day, and we just enjoyed ourselves. Just had too many carbs that day, and then had even more carbs later that night. So had my carby day. I woke up the next morning and I believe I was 200. I had reached 200. So I'm like, okay, this isn't good. You know, we got to get back. We got to get back on track. We got to get back in the game. So I decided to do another egg fast. Now, the egg fast is great. The egg fast is effective. It works, but not when you just did one and then had some carbs, a lot of carbs, and then you go back on the egg fast. My body was so confused. Guys, I started to do the egg fast, and I believe I did 2 days of it. I got up to 203. That's 7-pound weight gain. And so I'm like, oh my word, my body just didn't know what I was doing, you know? I did an egg fast, lost some weight, added some carbs back in, had a really carby day, and then hopped on the egg fast train again. And so my body was so confused. So my mistakes were that I did an egg fast too soon after doing an egg fast. I'm not going to say that my carby day was a mistake. It really wasn't, because we're going to have those days sometimes, right? Another mistake that I had was how much I beat myself up for it. I was trying so hard to get back, you know, to where I was, and I was so disappointed in myself that I had ruined it and had a carby day, and then tried to do an egg fast and then ruined it even more. I beat myself up way too much this week, and it's so stupid. Like, why do we do that? It's so easy to just get so fixated on our mistakes and just beat ourselves into the ground until we feel like crap. It's so silly. Like, here I was trying. That is what I should focus on. I was trying. I was doing my best to get back on track and get, you know, my weight back in check. I was trying. It didn't work. It didn't work, not the way I did it, but I tried, right? So I did 2 days of the egg fast, and I'm like, okay, I'm done with this. You know, like, this obviously isn't working. So I just got back to clean eating, no processed foods, no high fat, just like clean eating, low carb foods. And my final weigh-in was 199.6 this morning. So back in Wonderland, which is awesome. Still not at my lowest, but I think I just overreacted and I tried too hard. So there's a mistake. Don't do that, guys. Don't do an egg fast that soon after you do an egg fast and right after you have some carbs, because yeah, it doesn't work. Just telling you, it doesn't work. So 199.6 for my weigh-in. and I will take it because it is Wonderland. I'm so tired of being so close to 200. Like, I'm so tired of seeing a 2 in the front of my number. But it's okay, it's just a number, right? The scale doesn't define us, it doesn't define our journey. We just gotta keep on going. It's fun to see results though, because I like to see it, I like to visualize it. It just makes me feel good. All right, so the NSV. So I have trigger foods, and I'm talking about the trigger foods that will trigger me physically and mentally. You know, I think really all the foods that I love so much can trigger me mentally. You know, they're always a mental trigger because you remember what they taste like. You want to taste them again. You know, you got to get in that mindset where you can say no. I'm talking about the trigger foods that trigger me physically, that if I eat them, I physically crave them, and it's horrible. And for me, that is salty foods like chips and pizza, Chinese food, bread, you know, anything that is just super, super yummy. Now, I am a candy lover. I have always loved candy. And when I'm talking about candy, I'm talking about gummies, like gummy bears and Swedish fish and fruit snacks and, you know, things like that. I absolutely love them. We had a bag of gummy bears in the pantry. I bought for the kids. And so I wanted to have some. Now, I can't even tell you when the last time I had candy, because doing keto and low carb, I never crave sweets. I never ever crave sweets. It took my sweet cravings away. And I've had ice cream before. I did play around with ice cream. Didn't even trigger me at all. But I never dared to try candy, like gummy candy, because I have a love for it, guys. I have a love for it. So I decided to try it. I decided to try some gummy bears this week. And I had like, you know, a handful of them. And I ate them and I enjoyed them. And they were so good. And it didn't trigger me. I had no physical trigger at all. I didn't want any more. I didn't want them the next day. And that just means so much to me. It might seem super small to you guys, but it's so huge for me because I can have that stuff once in a while. I can be a normal person when it comes to that stuff once in a while. I'm not going to do it all the time, you know. I'm probably hardly ever going to do it because just like when my family goes out for ice cream, you know, I can sit there and watch them eat ice cream and, you know, and be fine. It's not a trigger for me. So really cool NSV for me this week. It's something I always knew anyway, or that I realized that I don't physically crave sweets anymore, but I always wondered about gummy candies because that was huge for me before. Oh man, I was horrible with it. Horrible. Oh, but pretty cool. Pretty cool. I just want to share that with you. So we're still going on with the October challenge. I hope you guys are doing great with it. I have a chat going on in my Shrinkables support group on Facebook, and I just love seeing everybody commenting in there saying that you went for your walk. It's great. 30 minutes a day isn't something that I can commit to, but I can commit to the 3 hours a week. So that is what our October challenge is to walk at least 30 minutes every day or at least 3 hours a week. My life is crazy, so I can't do the 30 minutes a day, but I go for longer walks throughout the week to get to my 3 hours. And so last week I walked 3.5 hours. So met my goal for last week, and this week we're still going strong. So I still got to get some steps in. I was going to go for an hour walk today. I already have a half hour in. I was going to go for an hour walk today. And we're just going to keep on walking in Walktober. I love that. Isn't that so cool? Walktober. I don't know. Maybe you guys have heard it a million times. It was the first time for me. All right, guys. I guess that's it for this video. I hope you liked it. If you did, give me a like. Subscribe to my channel and join my support group on Facebook. Seriously, any advice or information or tips or anything that you can share with me down below, I would absolutely appreciate it. All right, guys. See you at the next video. Stay safe and choose health. Bye. I'm so tired of seeing carnivore. And so last week I walked. So one of